Hey guys, Romie here. Please like, comment, subscribe. This is Romie Reviews. My review for Empire, Season 4, Episode 11. It's entitled Without Apology. It starts off with Lucius. He's having this nightmare, I should say, because he's seeing his life play out and a lot of the foolery that has commenced. And I'm assuming that this has probably happened time and time again. Lucius does talk to Thirsty initially about something that we're going to bring back up later. So now Cookie is reintroducing Lucius back to his throne. And you can tell that Cookie has that look of, okay, you know, this is all well and good and cutesy, but we have a lot of ground to cover. Lucius is just happy to be back. He appreciates everything that Cookie has done. So they're going to go and go out for a moment. But Cookie, this entire episode, seemed off. She seemed off the entire episode, and I knew that something was wrong. Portia comes in, and I do appreciate what Portia said, because it's what we're all thinking. Side note, I'm wearing these glasses because these lights are bright. Portia puts out there that you've been running things for a while. You sure you're okay with Lucius coming back and essentially taking over? And she said, look, I'm okay with it for now. Anyway. The next thing we see is we actually see this cool performance and song with Tiana, Jamal, as well as Hakeem. And they kind of have this Asian-inspired wardrobe. And like I said, everything was cool, but the important part is we see Eddie's ex-wife. We see his ex-wife. She helped coordinate and put this all together. I said, wow, Cookie must be really distracted if she doesn't realize what's going on here. And see, that's what makes me feel like, okay, I can see what's about to happen. And I said, this storyline, I guess it's good enough. I guess it's good enough. It works for now type of thing. So we'll just move forward with it. And they're just devising this devious plan to get Empire, or should I say the starts of getting Empire. And the start is by going after Tiana, because Tiana is essentially the first lady of Empire, and we know how important the first lady is, and how you can tell Eddie wants his ex-wife back. You can tell she just wants her money. She's doing this whole thing, oh yeah, we're cool, copacetic, oh it's so good working, making magic with you again, up until it's about time for her to take over. I don't think Eddie really realizes what's going on. I see the forest through the trees. Forest through the trees. Anyway, he notices that Hakeem and Tiana are getting close, and he looks pissed because he can only have you know, the First Lady of Empire focused on him. But we move forward, and we see this big investor. He's another one of these big tech investors, and he has a meeting with Eddie, Cookie, and Lucius. And so Lucius essentially tries to take over, and his plan is, why don't we go and do Empire Extreme? We'll have it packaged with your next product at, of course, a reduced rate. And here I am looking at this like, just like a Spotify title. Oh, I'm sorry. Tidal, Spotify, Apple Music type of rollout that you're trying to do. And Cookie says, let's cut it. Let's cut it. Why don't we just go and do this? Why don't we sell Empire Extreme to you? And I said, wait a minute, what? What? Remember, if memory serves me right, weren't they doing everything that they could to keep everything Empire underneath Empire? So that's why it confused me. That's why it made me kind of pause for a second, because I was trying to figure out what is going on here. And hold on.
If you would like to negotiate how much we're going to sell Extreme to you for,
I guess the 20 for 20 thing is a lot more expensive than they probably figured. And again, it's the name of the game of its business. So Empire Extreme, their name's still on it. And I'm sure they would still have some back-end deals to garnish revenue and all of that. But he likes it. He likes it because, again, it's cutting out the middleman. This is a big-time billionaire investor. or company owner, brand owner, they don't want to put their products, the faith of the product, and just pay out a certain percentage in someone else's hand. They want to own the product. So I said, shout out to Cookie. But you could tell that Lucius had that look of, okay, you did good, but I need for you to not kind of step over me. Tease. Andre was brought home by Jamal, and Andre was still having flashbacks of, dang, the cop was fake? That was all an hallucination? I'm thinking, yes, it was. I'm sorry to tell you, but yes, it was. So at least Jamal's there for Andre. We'll see how there he is later on. That irked me. Now, the main people are in the boardroom. So that's Cookie, Lucius, I believe right now Eddie. And our own little Becky's there as well. Portia comes in with bad news, like she usually does, and apparently the girl group that helped Empire get to where they were, 3B, 3BD, Three Beautiful Divas, led by Tasha Campbell. I said, wait a minute. So they're going to go and drop a story on TMZ saying that, or should I say TMI? On TMI, that Empire's trash, that Lucius is a fool and the devil. Cookie cut them out of the 20 for 20 experience, even though they should have been a part of it since they helped Empire to get to where they were. And now, so Cookie's a little irked because that's throwing dirt on her name. So she figures, let me go and handle this. Lucius, because he's back, he wants to go into Cookie's. No, I got it. So now we see one of the most generic mall performances, and yes, I said mall performances of our lives. We see, we see 3BD performing, and vocally they sound amazing. I said, wait a minute, them vocals though, not even them, but them vocals. I'm thinking, oh my God, and they look good. I said, what's going on here? But the choreography was tired. The song was aged. They had merch, generic looking merch, and Cookie showed up. Cookie, Becky, and Portia were cackling because they said, really? So they're trying to make a comeback with this? Really? So, while Tasha accidentally, I don't know what her name is on here, but she accidentally gives Cookie some merch because they were passing it out like birds. I just have to say it. They're like, merch, free merch. Yes, thank you for listening. Free merch. Cookie tells her, I know you're upset, but here's how this works. You will be invited back to the Empire 20 for 20 experience so you can put out your music. We will promote you, and you're absolutely right. But the ladies, they want an apology. They want an apology from Lucius, because Lucius is the one who really wronged them. I said, we'll see how much Lucius has changed and how business-oriented he is versus personal. In comes Jamal. He's talking with Eddie, and Eddie convinces him that because we have this really big investor coming in, it's not a good look for you to perform or be a part of this showcase that we're throwing together. And I'm thinking, so this is phase 1, or technically phase 2, because phase 1 is to try and get Tiana. Phase 2 is to try and distance Jamal from Empire. It's day-to-day stuff. I see what you're trying to do. It's Jamal, so he goes with it. I'm thinking, Jamal, you're supposed to fight for what you want. But maybe that's the thing. Maybe he doesn't have much fight in him right now. And it sucks because of what happens later. Now, Lucius decides, okay, all right. Hey, ladies, sidebar. The ladies, as in 3BD, they were heating up that food like they've never eaten in their life. Like it was their last comped meal. I said, that's a shame. That's really a shame. But Lucius comes in there and he apologizes. Oh, you know, he sweet talks them. He gives them gifts, their chalices for the three divas and all of that. And Tasha says, look, no, this is cute or whatever, but we need more than that. We need an apology from you. Lucius does the whole, I'm sorry for anything that may have offended you. I said, that's not an apology. That is not an apology. So then they said, no. Here's how this works. We were really the first ladies of Empire. Cookie was in jail. We were the ones holding you down, keeping the lights on, and most importantly, keeping you warm at night. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. Lucius can't keep that thing in his pants. And it's not surprising. It's really not. But I knew as soon as they said something about Cookie, Lucius was over it. So Lucius said, look, you dried up has-beens. You can go and leave. You can go and step because I'll make sure that things don't work out for you. I mean, because you still have your voices, but your presentation is trash, so you're not going anywhere. And the thing is that they're working on the diss track. I'm jumping ahead. They're working on the diss track, and it has Empire's name right on it. That's what we're going to get to a little bit later. But it was funny, because Lucius singled out one of them and said, you know, time has been kind to you. And she was just like, oh, really? I said, you get your... It's so petty. And that's a level of pettiness that I can appreciate from this show. I cackled when he did that. You know what it is when someone's upset with you, but they're not really upset with you, so you're extra nice to them, and it pisses off the other people who are actually upset with you. Or maybe even the only person that is. It's great. It's great. So now Cookie's pissed at him because she's trying to figure out, I let you go and handle something that you said that you wanted to handle completely, and now it got bad. It got bad. Because you know Cookie's with the heads. With the heads. With the sticky But so Lucius said, don't worry about it. Cookie said, no, I got it this time. Like Cookie, I think that was the first time she wasn't drinking, or she was just drinking water. And initially I thought, pregnant? But I'm thinking the time lapse would be crazy. It would be too, the time lapse would be too crazy. But we always can throw out conspiracy, unless she was on, you know, medication. Maybe that's the other thing. Maybe that's why she wasn't drinking. Or maybe she really just felt weird, and so that's why she didn't want to take a drink. But Becky, she has a lot in her mind. She's walking around Empire, and she stumbles upon Jamal. And they finally have the conversation that she's pregnant. She's pregnant. Jamal, being her friend, is so happy, but sees that, wait, but you don't look happy. And he was like, oh, so how does J Papa feel? Not even questioning, because he just knows how Becky is. And so she was just like, because he doesn't know. And she knows that he'd want to keep the baby, even though she's not sure she would. And dang, see, that's tough. That's really tough, because at the end of the day, because women have to carry the child to full term, it's their decision if they want to keep the baby or not. But it just sucks, because you know he would want to be a father, and especially a father to Becky's child, but she wants her career. That's the priority. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. We'll see how they handle that. We'll see if that information ever gets back to J Papa. But Eddie is doubling down on Tiana and tells Tiana, we're going to go on this major tour. We're going to do all this stuff. Notice, Eddie's the only one that's been handling Tiana. So instead of having the strong black woman that she was promised, i.e. Cookie, because originally it was Lucius, strong black man. Then it was strong black woman, Cookie. But now it's Eddie. Eddie doesn't have a true attachment to the family like that. So Eddie's all in on Tiana. So she's not, it's not even registering to her that, wait a minute, why am I putting all my focus on this one guy when there's other people who will allow me. But the thing is, Tiana wants to be famous. She wants to be famous and a superstar, global superstar. So if he's the one that's willing to do it, then she's just gonna have to do it. It was so creepy when he said he needs to be the only man in her life, and that he was disappointed that she was even considering Hakeem. I'm thinking, well, that's her man, but I know exactly what you're saying because we all kind of agree. Now, 3BD, they came back. Lucius invited him. Lucius also invited the CEO of the record label that they signed to, where their diss track was going to come out. What ends up happening is, because Lucius said, we're doing this the old Empire way. And I said, ooh, is a body going to drop, or is it going to be deception? He chose deception. So he bought the record label from the man, and that means he owns their name. See, this is how trash it is. They did like a full 360 deal, and it was embarrassing. I'm so disappointed that they're supposed to be experienced, and yet they signed away their name. They signed away performance rights. They signed away merch. They signed away everything to this small label, which was bought out by Empire. So now they are owned by Empire, which means that legally they can't release music. They can't do a diss track. Heck, they can't even piss unless Empire tells them when, where, and how. And I think that was really important. So Cookie said, look, go around the corner, because you know everything else is. Nothing has changed that much. We're going to go and get you hooked up. We're going to make sure that you ladies are superstars, but don't never do some dumb mess like this again. But it just kind of irks me that, I guess it was good that they showed the other side of the industry and how things really work. And when I say really work, I mean that whole concept of you have to be careful about who you do business with and what you're willing to give up for fame. And then Cookie, she almost dropped because she's been working hard, and Lucius realizes it, and so he said he's back for real, so she doesn't have to take the full workload. I said, it's not that simple. It is not that simple. Andre goes back to church and sees his pastor. Now remember, I think the last time we fully saw this, if I'm not mistaken, was in season 1. So this is finally full circle. They're finally trying to bring things around, close things out the proper way, instead of the old Empire way of rushing. And then we're like, what? So Andre's there. He feels super guilty, and we know that he left the church because he felt like God abandoned him. Like, why would God allow something like that to happen to him? I said, because you're around heathens and devils. You're supposed to take yourself out of that situation, but you wanted it all. You wanted the wife, the kids, as well as the success. And that's just not how it works with how you were doing it. I mean, you were sleeping with... So his pastor said, look, you don't have to go, you look like you're troubled. You don't have to go and tell me. Confess it to the people who you wronged. And I'm thinking, now, Andre, normally I would say that's good advice, but I don't know if you want to tell Lucius you tried to kill him and his cookie. But when I tell you I was proud, but you have to listen to the lyrics. I was so proud because I saw 3BD, 3 beautiful divas, and they looked good. They were dressed right. All 3 of them sound good. The choreography was right. They were a part of the Empire Showcase, the 20 for 20 showcase. And I looked at it and I said, oh my God. And the song, now the song was shady because the song clearly was about Lucius and the experience, because it's just like, well, I ain't feeling you no more. It's a shame. It clearly had to do with their whole experience, but the crowd was loving it. It felt like, even though you could tell that they were an older act, they weren't moving around like an older act, and that's what matters most. And And it definitely felt like a 90s vibe, but it sounded like a 90s bop. So that's all that matters. Shine comes around. We haven't seen him in a moment. And he looks over at Andre just to make sure that they're all good, right? That loose lips sink ships. There's no sinking vessels here, right? Andre said, don't worry about it. The deal still stands. I said, okay, we'll see about that. Hakeem proposes to Tiana, and Tiana tells him that she has to think about it. The look on Hakeem's face is like, wait, but why? Because she needs to not be distracted. I'm thinking, Hakeem, she just told you that she loves you, but she can't be distracted. I know you don't get that concept because you have the ability to go and mess up and play around and still have a career and still be successful. She doesn't get that same luxury. But he would never understand that. And then Becky sees J Papa. I said, oh, Becky deserves. She deserves. And J Papa loves her. He's rubbing up on her, holding her. And she kept just trying to say, look, this isn't going to work. It's like, what are you talking about? Stop being silly. I love you. She's like, no, I'm sorry. This cannot work. I said, Becky, oh, yeah. She can't say it because he definitely won't go anywhere if he finds out she's pregnant. So I'm trying to see how long it's going to take before he finds out, because you know that's going to happen. You know that's going to happen. You don't just bring J Papa back just to say, okay, we're finally done. But then again, this is Empire. Now, the backdoor meeting with the new investor the new investor, Eddie, and his wife. Eddie was fondling his wife underneath the table. The new investor liked the idea of buying Empire. Not Empire Extreme, but buying Empire. He said, so when are we going to tell? And I'm thinking, do you not read the news? Do you not remember when there was that hostile takeover attempt that did not work with Empire? Some of that was public. Some of it was. And you think now they're just willing to sell even though they're probably doing better than ever? Yes, they're marred with public scrutiny, but clearly you want to buy them, so they're a great commodity. See, that's the thing. If someone's willing to take what you have, then that means that there is value there. And I feel like people kind of forget that. So I'm looking at Eddie like, how is he going to try and do this? Because you know what happens each time someone tries to take over the company. But why keep using but as a transition word? We see a dinner table, and it's the family. It's Cookie, Lucius, Jamal, Hakeem, and Andre. So updates. Andre, he's feeling a little bit better. Lucius still says that, Andre, you really are taking over the company. That wasn't just me boasting. I love you, son, and I'll make sure that you're successful. It's what's gonna happen. You deserve it. Andre looks super guilty and wants to talk to Lucius privately. Hakeem lets it be known that he asked Tiana to marry him, and she said she'll think about it. Cookie had to school her son. Hakeem, most of the time women say that because they don't want to just say no outright. And I said, that's true. Jamal, as we know, he stepped away from the showcase and he kind of put it on himself. Sidebar, what shirt was that Hakeem was wearing? It was like some furry pink getup. I was looking at that thing like, damn it, I like it. It looks nice. But anyway, Andre brings Lucius to the side, and Lucius was just saying, my faculties are slowly coming back, and I know you've been through a lot, Andre. And I said, Lucius, stop. No, don't be the good father. Don't listen to what he has to say. Andre drops a bombshell. Dad, remember? Because Lucius was kind of alluding to, it couldn't have been Juliana that set up that whole bomb thing. So then that's when Andre said, you know what, Pop, a lot was going on. I'm super sorry, but it was me. I was the one that set it up. I was the one that set the bomb. And I can't even say I stopped the bomb from killing you because I loved you. I stopped it because you gave me the company, and that's what snapped me out of it. And I said, uh-oh. So then he takes out a gun. and gives it to Lucius and says, Pop, do what you have to do. Do what you have to do. So Lucius did what he had to do. Lucius pistol whipped Andre in the face, not even from the side, but straight. I said, oh, he kept, I said, Lucius, you that strong? Dragging Andre on the desk, off the desk. I thought we were going to get some body slam action. I said, wait a minute. So then Cookie comes in like, wait a minute, what's going on? Oh my God. So then Jamal, Hakeem, they get in there, separate, drag Andre out of there. Cookie was like, wait a minute, stop. So then that's when Lucius said, he tried to kill us. Andre was the one who set the bomb and tried to kill us. So now once Lucius calmed down, Cookie said, look, that's still our son. And you know, he's not in his right mind, Lucius. He's not in his right mind. No, but at the end of the day, I know, you know, I have been a great father. I've done some stuff. But for him to go and try to kill you, him to go and try to kill us, and Cookie said, wait a minute now. And I'm glad that she said this. We're the type of family where these things aren't uncommon. We're the type of family where someone trying to kill someone else, that's, like I said, it's not uncommon. Now, is it? I'm thinking Lucius. So you're forgetting Bunky? So you're forgetting you at one point was open to killing Anika, which I wasn't necessarily mad at. So you're trying to forget that all the people that you pistol whipped, beaten half to death, or gotten killed? Are we just gonna forget all of that? Is that how this works now? Is this how it works now? Because if it is, that's fine. Just let me know. But so Andre, they brought him home. Jamal's pissed because Jamal's just like, look, at the end of the day, you really tried to kill our parents? You really tried to kill Dad? I know, he's trash. He's trash because Hakeem said, look, I can kind of understand it. Lucius gave me a gun and wanted me to kill someone, so I get it. It's like, well, Lucius threw me in the trash can. He threw me in the trash can. Of course I thought about killing him. Of course I thought about doing all these different things, but I didn't because that's still our father. So I understand you have problems. I understand your trouble. But for you to go and do that, I said, Jamal. Really? Jamal, really? Really? Because Andre said, I admit my mistakes, I admit my flaws, I know that I messed up, I know that I was wrong. I said, Jamal, shut up. We get it. You love your no good daddy. Congratulations. But you going and grandstanding and riding for Lucius always irks me. I'm just like, do you not remember the foolery? He only recently accepted you and only fully accepted you because he got hurt. And you saved him twice. Like, let's call it what it is. And you killed someone. So he's probably secretly proud of you for that. We know how this thing works. So then Hakeem said, he had a change of heart, said, well, you know what? Not acting like our big brother anymore. I don't know who you are. I'm thinking, he's a part of this family. Aside from possibly getting Cookie killed. That's what I was upset about. But Lucius, look, Lucius needed all the stuff that Lucius did. This is exactly what he deserves. You don't ever know how things are going to come back on you. And the last thing that happened was Cookie, she started to have a heart attack because just the stress of everything and just thinking about, oh my God, her baby. It's like, oh no, Lord. It's like, it's 17 years to come back to this. So that's it. Please like, comment, subscribe. Come back next week. Oh yeah, and stay tuned. Star will be up next. It'll be up a little bit later. You know.